before the game. We'll have the coin toss at midfield in just a moment. Find out what team will start off with possession. Not to get ahead of ourselves here, Corey, but after this game, Bedford's got two really tough opponents, both on the road. Next week they'll be in Exeter to take on the Blue Hawks, and then following that, big rival in BG, the Cardinals, just demolishing teams left and right.
Two strong teams, two strong programs. Of course, Exeter has run their wing T for decades now to perfection. And again, having a strong season. And as you mentioned, BG, who's had a couple of down seasons in a row, is having an excellent year themselves. So you're absolutely right. On the road for both of those, it'll make a tough 2 weeks. And then they follow that with another trip, although not to one of the stronger programs, but still, it's a road trip. It's far away. It's Keene. It's on the southwest of the state, and it's no easy trip in itself.
And you're right, that's going to be the third road game in a row. It's been a road-heavy year. They've only had 4 home games this year with this new alignment with Division I.
Number 44, Number 2,
so the captains are at midfield.
Spencer Henderson.
About to toss the coin. Determine possession. The officials are explaining that. Coin is in the air, on the ground. The road team, of course, always makes the call. And it appears that Nashua South won the toss and chose to defer.
So the Bulldogs will start out on offense tonight. They've won the toss and deferred in each of their previous matches. They've had the ability to get the ball right at the start of the second half. In this case, they lose the toss and they'll receive to start the game. So we'll get a chance to see Danny Black leading the offense out onto the field against this tough Nashua South Panthers football team.
You know, that's the strategy that's changed over the years in all levels of football. It used to be that you couldn't wait to get your offense the ball in a game. Now, they wait until the second half. It's almost a standard procedure to defer in the first half.
Harry, this is going to be so pleasing for you to admit this, but which coach really pioneered that strategy? Come on, tell me.
Initials BB?
There you could say his name. It's okay.
Belichick.
It's okay. You can say that
I can say his name. No, Bill Belichick.
Okay, all right. Of course, Harry, being a long-time Buffalo Bills fan, you guys are seeing your own success this year, but yeah, that strategy of deferring really is meant to provide, if you can, an offensive punch at the end of the half and then get the ball right back to start the second half when your offense is clicking. So
yeah, you can turn things around pretty quickly with 2 possessions at the end of half and to start the next, and keep your opponent on the bench for a long period of time.
Just about set for the opening kickoff. Again, I'm Corey Munster-Tiger. We're here with Harry Kozlowski with the BCTV team, as well as WBNH. Thanks for joining us either on the broadcast on television, BCTV, or listening on the radio.
And, you know, we're also transmitting the game on our YouTube channel, and we're getting some fans checking in. Oh, we should also mention that Nashua ETV is on our broadcast as well. Bedford picks up the ball. It's Ledger Russell, and he gets driven down just shy of the 30-yard line, down about the 28. And speaking of Ledger Russell, one of his fans who happens to live in Alaska checked in with a comment on our YouTube page. So thanks a lot, Dave. We're seeing all the fans checking in with their comments on YouTube. Really appreciate that little two-way communication.
Greetings to our fans in Juneau. That's fantastic. So the Bedford Bulldogs take the field. Danny Black will be in the backfield at quarterback. He's joined by Ledger Russell. They're in a 3-wide set. Tight is left. Black takes the snap. Colby Snow goes in motion. Runs the jet sweep to the right side into the boundary. Dodges one player, but gets stopped at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great stop there. Samson Akoti, sophomore, number 85, blowing up that play.
Nice play by the sophomore on the near sideline. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs.
Panthers are decked out in all white, purple numerals. Bedford all black tonight.
Black brings the offense to the line of scrimmage again. Three receivers to the left side. McAuliffe is tight right. Snap, looks to the left. It's a wide receiver screen. Caught up the field to about the 35-yard line. That was Joel Poltrineri on the reception.
And Connor Como coming up from behind to make that tackle right at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 here.
3rd and 4 in this opening drive. No score, clearly, with the first offensive possession for the Bulldogs early in this game. Black back to the line of scrimmage, wing right, split right. McAuliffe is tight left. Spear in the backfield. Soden goes in motion.
Looks like a blitz.
Black takes the snap, hands it off to Spear off the left side, and he's going to get stopped after maybe a 1-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, Panthers were showing blitz there. Alvin Pascal Rosario was cheating toward the middle of the field and was able to get in there.
The Panthers force an early 3-and-out here after a lackluster first possession from the Bulldogs.
This Nashua team has had trouble staying in games, although they had a pretty tight one with Merrimack 2 weeks ago, losing that only by 6 points, 27-21.
Flag is thrown on the field. Might be an illegal substitution penalty. And it is a penalty against the Bulldogs. So they'll march back. 5-yard penalty on the Bulldogs, so it will be 4th and we'll call it 7. Their punt team approaches the line of scrimmage again. Josh Attar back to punt for the Bulldogs.
And just one back for the Purple Panthers, trying to get a number.
Having trouble seeing his number right now. He's just poised at an angle where we can't quite tell the number. Attar takes the snap. Nice punt, gets the spiral on it. It bounces at the Purple Panthers 35 and is quickly downed there by Dom Tagliaferro.
Yeah, the return man was Kyle Emmons, number 10. But he never touched the ball. It was downed at the 36-yard line. That's where the Purple Panthers take over here with 9:25 to play and no score. Quick comment here. The NHIAA Bass Fishing Championship is going to be tomorrow at 8 a.m. up in Moscoma Lake in Enfield. Bedford is one of the 11 finalists in that contest, so good luck to the bass fishing team tomorrow.
Go Bedford. Catch some fish, boys. To the line of scrimmage, the Panthers bring 2 wide receivers near side, 1 split right. In at quarterback is number 8, Karsten Lemire.
Wow.
Handoff right up the middle, stuffed quickly by Sheridan. That's 88, Kevin Sheridan, right up the middle.
Yeah, he was there right when the ball was handed off. Not a chance of doing anything on that play. Number 46, Samuel Levine.
That'll be a 3-yard loss for the Panthers. 2nd and 13. Shotgun. Lemire looks left. Into the flat. Soden comes up with a big stick.
And that was intended for Levine. Snowden sniffed that out.
Well done by Soden. Just sat right on that route and gave a great pop right as the ball got there. Clean hit on Samuel Levine. And that'll be 3rd and 13. Good start here. 2 big sticks by the Bedford's defense.
The defense has been really carrying the day for the Bulldogs, giving up only 2 offensive touchdowns this entire season and just 1 touchdown in the last 14 quarters.
3rd and 13. 3 down linemen for the Bulldogs. Snap back. Looks down the field, looks middle, gets pressure, now moves out to his right-hand side. Pressured again, and he throws it away. Lemire had nowhere to go. Coverage sack. Although no sack, though. He threw it away before he took any loss on the play. So it'll be 4th and 3.
Parker Bromley came in late and pressured the quarterback, who left the pocket looking to buy a little more time, but Bromley was right on him. He had to get rid of the ball.
Good pressure there by the Bulldogs defense with only 3 down linemen is forced to 3 and out for the Panthers. A couple steps into his kick and a beauty. Colby Snow receives it at the 33-yard line for the Bulldogs. He gets up to the 45 and is marked out of bounds where the Bulldogs will take over.
That is where they say he stepped out of bounds, and that's where he will take over.
Help me with this pronunciation, Harry. Is it Lemire or Lemire for the Panthers quarterback?
What's the number again?
Number 8.
Oh, it's Lemire.
Lemire, okay.
For sure. My neighbor. Hey, Paulie.
The Bulldogs back now with their second offensive possession. 2 receivers and tight right. 1 split left. Black in the gun. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looks right. Going deep down the right-hand side for Snow. Just out of his reach.
Yeah, that would have been 6 right there. Snow had his man beat.
Tough one there. I like the play call. Take a shot early as they went with the go route along the right-hand side here. Just 2 yards too far on the pass.
Well, it was a try worth taking, especially because of the way the Panthers defense has been playing up, during the first possession. This is an opportunity to loosen them up just a little bit here.
That was a great ball by Black, too, in a position where only his receiver had the chance on making the reception away from the defense. Black here in the gun again. Tight left, slot right, split left. Russell's in the backfield. He'll take the handoff, go to the left-hand side, out to the edge, gets the edge up, and 5 yards ahead. He'll get out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Cody Vancelette, one of the tacklers for the Purple Panthers, driving Snow out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will be right at the 50-yard line with 5 to go for a first.
I love that running style. Ledger Russell putting his shoulders down, punishing those tacklers. Early on in that possession here, early on in the game, making those tackles a physical affair. Slot right, split left, tight left, Black in the gun. Takes a snap, rolls right, looks out to the right flat, has his man, it's Poltrinari. He makes the reception, and he'll go out of bounds at the Panthers' 42-yard line. That's Joel Poltrinari on the, let's say, about an 8-yard reception. The Bulldogs have a first down at the Panthers' 42.
Yeah, Poltrinari was just waiting right at the first down line at the 45-yard line, and that's where Black found him, got the ball to him. He was able to pick up 3 more yards after catch, and it's first down for the Bulldogs.
Nice catch and throw there. That's not an easy throw on the run, and Black was out to his right. Put it right on the money to Poltrinari. Slot right again. Tight left. Black in the gun. Hands it off, jet sweep to the left-hand side. That's Dom Tagliaferro. Gets the corner, and he's off and running. Down to the 20, 10, 5, and touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Dom Tagliaferro on a 42-yard jet sweep to the left-hand side. And the Bulldogs go up early. 7:50 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was Tagliaferro showing his speed. He got around. Actually, a great block there by Ledger Russell.
Yeah, I like that.
He sprung the opening for Tags to get down the sideline.
Great job there by the Bulldogs offense, getting some running lanes there. Again, a great lead block by Ledger Russell, helping spring Tagliaferro around that left-hand side. On to try the extra point. Sabati with the hold. It'll be Corvo with the kick, I believe. It is good.
Yeah, that was a little tricky on the hold there.
I'm sorry, that is 86. Waleed Shaheen on the extra point. So Shaheen's extra point is good, and the Bulldogs take a 7-0 lead on Tagliaferro's 42-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, it was kind of a tricky hold. Shabati had a little trouble getting it down, and Shaheen had to hold up just a little bit, but he was able to get the kickoff and get some good height on it and made the extra point good for a 7-0 lead here with 7:50 to go in the first quarter.
Early excitement here. The Bulldogs' second offensive possession turns into 7 points on Tagliaferro's run. After a tough 3-and-out to start the game, they bounce back nicely with that offensive possession. Shaheen will also kick off for the Bulldogs. His kick is a low liner. Picked up at the 10-yard line by the Panthers. Out to his left-hand side. Swarm tackled at the 32-yard line. That is Diego Cabrera on the return.
Yeah, after a little trouble handling that kickoff, he was able to pick up a good 20 yards on the return. So pretty good starting position here for the Purple Panthers. They're going to be at their own 33-yard line with 7:44 left here in the first quarter.
Panthers will come back with their second offensive possession. We saw two great sticks on the first two plays from scrimmage as the defense, as we've seen all year, was leading the Bulldogs and getting them some energy.
Yeah, the Bulldog defense was able to read the play quite well. We'll see if the coach of the Panthers comes up with a little bit of trickery here to throw them off.
Lemire in the gun. Two receivers both sides in motion. Keith O'Donnell.
There might be a
offside there,
here. Yeah. It was 88 Sheridan jumping a little early.
We'll see probably on a replay here. Yep, Sheridan jumped, caused the offensive lineman to jump. So they're gonna march the Panthers back on a false start. So
that's interesting because Sheridan made the move before the tackle did.
Let's see if we can see that replay. There might have been movement at the guard position as we see the referee call false start on the Panthers. Lemire in the gun again, trips to the right-hand side. One split left. Trying to draw the Bulldogs off again, and almost did as two linemen jumped. Nobody made contact. Lemire comes up to the line of scrimmage, barks out some new plays.
Yeah, Cal McFauliffe there almost went into the neutral zone.
Quick pitch out to the right-hand side. That's incomplete. Ooh, they're going to call it a backwards pass. Sheridan picks it up, and he's racing into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
We're going to have to take a good look at this. The throw was from the 21-yard line and was dropped at 20-yard line. It looked pretty lateral to me.
Tough call there. To me, it looked like it was still a forward pass, but the referee saw that the intended receiver went to his backside. So because it was behind him, that was Keith O'Donnell making an adjustment to his back. The referee right there on the spot is calling a lateral. Sheridan, jolly on the spot, picks it up, scoops and scores, and two quick touchdowns for the Bulldog. Extra point is good, and the Bulldogs go up 14-0 in a matter of seconds.
So that was Sheridan, right, on that?
That was Sheridan, yeah. Okay. Scoop and score, number 88. Huge stick on the first possession, 3-yard tackle for loss, and now Sheridan comes over to the sideline, and he's pumped.
That was a great play. But again, if you look at the replay, Lemire was between the 21 and 22-yard line. The pass landed right around the 21, so really close call as to whether it was a backward pass.
And kudos again to Sheridan for staying in the play. He didn't stop. He didn't expect it to be an incomplete pass. He ran through, played towards the whistle.
No, you're right. Players need to keep going until the whistle is heard because you never know what the official saw.
Shaheen's extra point was good, and now he kicks off. Line drive right down the middle, fielded at about the 12-yard line by the Panthers. Get up to the 30-yard line. Again, they'll be swarm tackled there as Diego Cabrera.
No, Keith O'Donnell.
Oh, that was 3. O'Donnell. Okay, number 3.
Congratulations to the Bedford girls volleyball team. They are undefeated this year, and they took out the Lancers of Londonderry last night by 3-1 margin. That was only the second match that they've won all year. They've only had the Hollis Brookline was a 3-1 contest as well. Everything else was 3-0, so they're having a fabulous season, the girls volleyball team is.
Keep it up, the volleyball girls. Great job marching your way through the regular season. Just about halfway through the season for most of the fall sports right now. Panthers are back out on the field for their third possession. Handed off to the left side, up the middle. Tackled at the 39. That was Alvin Pascual Rosario on the carry. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7 for the Panthers.
Panthers running a bit of a hurry up here, getting to the line quickly.
Slot left, tight right. One split right, too, for Lemire. He's in the gun. Fakes the handoff, gets swarmed again quickly by Sheridan, and that'll be another tackle for loss. As Kevin Sheridan is having a game already. 2 tackles for loss and a scoop and score.
Yeah, he blew right through like nobody laid a finger on him. It was a straight line to the quarterback.
The big junior's having a day.
So big loss there.
3rd and 12 for the Panthers. They're swapping their offensive set around. O'Donnell traps to the right side. There'll be 3 receivers to the right side, including the tight end. One split left. Lemire in the gun, takes the snap, rolls right, looks down the field, delivers, incomplete, right at the sticks. O'Donnell couldn't pull it in, and stuck pretty hard there by Poltrinari, coming up to make solid contact on the incompletion.
You know, it wasn't a bad throw, and I think O'Donnell might have been hearing footsteps from Poltrinari on that play.
I would think so. You can see here on the replay, Lemire delivers right at the first down marker, but again, Poltrinari was there and makes the stick. So the Panthers are forced to punt here. Snap is back, a little bit high. Received well, though, and gets the punt off. Drives Snow back, and it's going to roll inside the 30-yard line for the Panthers. A nice roll as Snow, excuse me, that is Tagliaferro, couldn't quite come down with that.
Cabrera downing the ball for the Purple Panthers. And let's take a moment here to welcome all our fans in Nashua watching us on ETV Channel 99 on Nashua Television. Always love working with those guys, and we're going to be teaming up with them in about 2 weeks when we do that BG game. Looking forward to working with their crew. Tom King, great guy.
Of course, he helped us on the broadcast for the opener this year with the Nashua North game, providing some insight to our broadcast that evening.
And the cookies. Their scoreboard guy brings homemade cookies that he makes.
That was good.
Him or his wife, I'm not sure who, but they're awesome.
So Black back in the gun. Slot left, split right. Takes a snap, looks to his left-hand side, rolling back, pitching way deep over the middle. He had Snow, but overthrew him by about 3 yards.
And Snow had double coverage beat, and they would have connected. That would have been another 7 right there. He had him by about 5 yards.
Ooh, 5 yards behind both of the safeties, and just a little too deep on the pass. I like that. Play action away. Black had time, was able to set his feet and deliver right down the middle. Taking some shots deep early here. I like the play calls.
Coach Matthews very aggressive here.
2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Bulldogs come to the line of scrimmage here again. Black has slot right, tight left, one flanker left. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks out right. Coverage is good. Going up the field is Tagliaferro, but the ball is pitched out of bounds at about the 50-yard line. As the Panthers had some really strong defense there. They were covering the flat, they were covering the out. It looked like we had a flag thrown deep in the backfield late in that play. I think the Bulldogs will get called for a hold there.
Yeah, I thought that was what was happening there, because you had one of the Panthers defenders closing in on Black, but was hindered in some fashion. I think somebody had a handful of jersey.
And that is what is called holding on the offense. It is declined, forcing 3rd and 10. .5:45 to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs have a 14-0 lead on Tagliaferro's 42-yard touchdown run, and then immediately following that, a 21-yard fumble return by Sheridan on the scoop and score, literally only 10 seconds apart. Black brings the Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the far side, including the tight end McAuliffe. Into the boundary there. Black in the gun, takes the snap, looks left, delivers, has his man caught, and first down yardage out to the 42-yard line. I believe that was Tagliaferro.
Yep, it was. Perfect throw, too.
Getting Black to Tagliaferro.
soon as Tagliaferro turned around, the ball was right there, eye level. All he had to do was close his hands on it and step out of bounds.
So first down, Bulldogs out to their 42-yard line on a 3rd and 10 conversion. They have to be pleased with that one. 3rd and 10, not an easy down and distance. But Tagliaferro sat right down into that zone before the cornerback could get over there and had first down yardage. Slot right, split left. Black in the gun. Pitches out right-hand side. Poltrinari on the catch. Gets ahead for 7, maybe 8 yards out to the 50, almost the 49-yard line.
Just a little short of the first down. Samson Okote for the Panthers making the tackle.
2nd and 1 for the Bulldogs on that 9-yard catch by Poltrinari. Getting a mix of offensive players involved tonight. Obviously Tagliaferro on that run, the jet sweep. Gone deep a couple of different times. Snow intended receiver on one, now Poltrinari. It's a nice 9-yard catch. Snow in motion again. They hand it off to Russell off the left-hand side. Weaves his way around. He has first down yardage and a little bit more as he gets down to the Panthers' 48-yard line where he'll be marked down. And the Bulldogs move the sticks again.
You know, Coach said he was going to play some more players like he did last week, but I think some of these younger players are going to see enhanced roles going down later into the season because they're showing their abilities here in these games. It just gives a team more weapons, more people they can call on.
It sure does, and these athletes are getting the chance to expose their abilities here. Black back to the line, slot right. Flanker is left-hand side, tight left, takes the snap, rolls to his right-hand side, feels pressure, steps up into the pocket, delivers deep down to the left-hand side. He's got his man, McAuliffe, makes the reception at the 10-yard line, and he's wrestled down there right where he caught it, but the big boy went up with his hands and pulls it down. 30-yard reception there for McAuliffe. Again, we saw him getting more involved in the offense last week.
And that was a case where the ball being a little short worked out to Bedford's advantage because McAuliffe was able to get in front of his cover man, number 11, to make that catch. Number 11, of course, Nathan Smith for the Panthers.
That's the basketball player right there, McAuliffe going up and grabbing the rebound.
He had a big height advantage over 11.
First and goal at the 9-yard line, and the Bulldogs threatening to score again with 3:40 to go in the first quarter. 14-0 is your score right now, and they're looking to tack on more. Black in the gun, too tight set here. Wing right, they hand to Sphere. He goes off to the right-hand side, and he's close to the goal line, and we have the touchdown signal. Touchdown, Logan Sphere, 9-yard scamper into the end zone off the right tackle. So Logan Sphere puts the Bulldogs up 20-0 as they look to tack on the PAT.
You know, this is already the 4th possession. Well, no, it's the 3rd possession for the Bulldogs. I forgot the scoop and score doesn't really count as a possession.
Yeah, does that count as an actual possession? Not really, right? So 3rd possession. They have 3 scores, but one was a defensive score. Shaheen on the extra point, and it is good. The Bulldogs are up 21-0 here early in the game. 3:25 to go in the first quarter. The Bulldogs in command.
Congratulations to the Bedford golf team. It's co-ed now. Both girls and boys on the golf team together. They have a 16-5 record after Thursday's contest, where they swept both Hanover and Londonderry. Bedford with a combined score of 193 to Londonderry's 233, and Hanover 222. One more regular season contest, and it'll be another 3-way against Londonderry and Merrimack on the 3rd. And I'm not sure this is going to be played at Londonderry. I'm not sure where Londonderry's home course is. I know Bedford, it's the Manchester Country Club.
It sure is. Nice environs for their home course. Beautiful course and beautiful one to play. Shaheen's kickoff driven out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That'll be a penalty. The Panthers will have good starting field position. shanked that one. His first few kickoffs were pretty good. Liners down to about the 10-yard line, but that one came off a little funny and went out of bounds right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Shaheen stepping in for Snow for kicking duties here midway through the season, and he's been pretty good on extra points.
Rough kickoff there. Ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line for the Panthers. Again, they'll have solid field position.
The Panthers will take over at their own 35. First down.
Panthers offense has been a bit of a disarray this evening as they've had a 3-and-out punt. Handoff here is again swarmed, gang tackled behind the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line for maybe a 2-yard loss.
Sheridan was the first to meet him.
Sutton in on the
Finished up
play.
by Dale Sutton. He finished up the play.
Jake Bannon on the play as well. So 2nd and 11, we'll call it, as the ball spotted on the 34-yard line. Lemire in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Takes the snap, looks right. Out to the right flat, it's picked off. Stepping into that passing lane beautifully. That was Rizzo, number 32, Jack Rizzo, getting the pick as he dropped perfectly into the passing lane, stuck his hands up there, and comes away with an excellent interception. You see here on the replay, takes his drop, gets right into it, and off he goes. So Black back to the line of scrimmage with the Bulldog offense. Slot left, split right, fakes the handoff, looks back to his right, and he's going to be sacked. Big number 56, Matthew Harding, will drop Black for the loss. Looks, geez, almost a 10-yard loss on the play here. All the way back to the Panthers' 37-yard line. So Black forced to take the loss there as Harding came in and bounces him down. So we'll call it 2nd and 19. Going to look to make that yardage up in chunks here as Black brings the offense back to the line of scrimmage. Slot right, split left. Black in motion has Ledger Russell out in the flat. Little pitch and catch. Russell makes 2 cuts back to the inside and will be tackled at the 24-yard line. So now they have a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and about 5. 3rd and 5 after the swing pass to Russell.
Remember, Bulldogs, there's a dance.
Great catch. 2 cuts with those hard right outside. Stabs to cut back into the middle. Dodge a few tacklers. And the Bulldogs have a 3rd and 5. Just over a minute to go here in the first quarter. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout as there were some miscommunications between Black and Coach Matthews. So instead of getting a penalty on a delay of game, instead of running a play that's dead from the start, the Bulldogs take a timeout and they'll talk things over. A minute to go here in the first. The Bulldogs lead 21-0.
And it should be a good time here to thank some of the sponsors that make these games possible. The Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank sponsors like Spectra Marketing, Gear Up Bedford, Andrande Management Group, Wicked Good Butcher, New Hampshire Orthopedic Center, BEI Network, London Family Orthodontics, Liberty Hill Construction, Realty One Group Next Level, and River Road Pediatrics, as well as Z1 Express. And in addition, Bedford Friends of Football would like to thank their sponsors: Coca-Cola Northeast, Cisco, CrossFit Athletics, Tidewater Catering Group, Treescapes, Fine Home Group, 10-10 Attorneys, and Ellsmore Catering.
3rd and 5. The Bulldogs get back to the line of scrimmage. Russell in the backfield with Black. Black is in the gun, slot left. Tight right and a flanker right is Snow. In motion is Tagliaferro. They fake the handoff. Snow, I think, was going a little early on the right side here. So false start on the offense will push the Bulldogs back 5 yards. They'll have 3rd and 10. Just a little motion there. I could see out of the corner of my eye as Snow was a little eager to get off the ball and get a block on his cornerback. So 3rd and 10. Black in the gun. 3 receivers to the left. McAuliffe is tight right. Russell's in the backfield with Black, who takes the snap, looks left, delivers, has his man Snow, and he catches it on the slant down to the 15-yard line, and they'll have a 1st down. As they move the sticks again, nice little pitch and catch there. Tagliaferro ran the out. Snow ran the slant in. And Black's throw was on the money. 1st down, Bedford. McAuliffe was there in the area. You could see there on the replay as he was dragging over the middle, but Snow was the right man to pick out, and Black found his target. Black takes the snap again here, hands it off the right-hand side, sweep around the right-hand corner. That is Ledger Russell bowling people over again. Coming up on the tackle was Cody Good, and he took a shot, slammed his head on the turf. His helmet fell off.
That's a dangerous kind of play there. You know, saw what happened Thursday night with the Miami quarterback.
Sure did. And Good will take a trot to the far side. He'll, I believe, need to sit out a play. As his helmet popped off, he seems a little bit rattled as he trots over to the sideline. Again, that's Ledger Russell putting his shoulder down and punishing those tacklers. Black comes to the line of scrimmage again. 2 receivers right to the near sideline, into the boundary. 1 left, Tagliaferro in motion. Jet sweep to the left-hand side, looking for that edge again. Got a couple blocks, he'll get it down to about the 10-yard line, where it will be 3rd and 5. And the first quarter will run out, and the Bulldogs take a 21-0 lead into the second quarter, threatening to put more points on the board.
Congratulations to girls soccer. They had a contest against Portsmouth Wednesday, a 1-0 win. They're riding a bit of a shutout streak. And as a matter of fact, every game they've won, all but one, was a shutout. The only game they lost was to Exeter back on the 16th by a score of 2-1. So they are riding quite high, and they will be back in action on the 4th at Winnacunnet at 4 p.m. Meanwhile, the boys soccer, they're on a 5-game win streak. They just had a 2-1 win over Keene on Wednesday, and they also will travel to Winnacunnet, or actually they'll host Winnacunnet here on the 4th. That's a 6 p.m. kickoff.
Tuesday night soccer action both ways.
That'll be a contest I think you'll be calling, I think,
See if
right?
we can get there, yeah. So 12 minutes back on the board. The Bulldogs on the Panthers' 10-yard line. They'll swap ends of the field after a quick break here. It is 3rd and 5. Bulldogs looking to get a 1st down or a touchdown here. They'll trot from end to end. Let's see what kind of trickery they have up their sleeve. Beautiful night here, a little bit chilly. No wind though. You saw at the time of the anthem, the flag was quite still. Great atmosphere. Black takes the snap, looks right, slant over the middle. Snow makes a great effort, but it is incomplete. Knocked away at the last second. That was Samson Akodi making a play on that ball.
Good play there. That was a short 6, but Akodi met Snow and knocked the ball out of his hands.
Good athletic play. You'll see on the replay here, a slant, and just kept his slant going across the middle. Snow gets both hands on it and certainly would have had a touchdown, but Cody made a play on the ball. Nice job. It looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Not a lot of confidence in their kicking game. Still possibility to get a first down if they reach the 5-yard line or so. 3 receivers into the boundary. McAuliffe tight right. Timeout is called by Nashua. Some more strategy going into this play. 4th and 5 at the start of the second quarter here. Both teams wanting to make sure they have the right play call. In this manner, the Panthers weren't quite comfortable with the defensive call.
Bedford Field Hockey enjoying a win on Tuesday. 8-0 over Nashua South. And they're enjoying a pretty solid season themselves. I believe that their record is 9-2, and they will host Wyndham on October 3rd at 5:30 p.m. right here at Bedford High Stadium.
Very busy athletics program here. Corey Parker has his plate full.
Lots of success.
A lot of success as you're rattling off these records and recent win streaks. It's great to see the Bedford programs having such success this fall season. Bulldogs are back ready to play. The Panthers have adjusted their defense. Same set. 3 receivers to the near side. In motion, Tagliaferro. Fake to him. Pass over the middle. Snow right at the goal line is caught and is down. They will not give him the touchdown, but it is a first down and goal to go on the half-a-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good call because he was brought down right. The ball, his back end of the body was in the end zone, but the ball in front of him was about at the half-yard line. So first and goal from the half-yard line here for the Bulldogs.
You can see he gets just in behind the linebacker there. Perfect placement and nice job on Black's behalf to deliver that ball on time in stride. Black in the gun now. Soden motions to the right-hand side. He pauses over the right guard. Sphere gets ahead of steam and bowls into the end zone. Touchdown, Bedford. Now the Bulldogs go up 27-0, waiting the extra point. On Sphere's second touchdown of the game, his first from 9 yards out, this one from 1 yard out.
And credit to Sodden for opening that lane up. He was the lead blocker, acting as the fullback on that run play. Line drive no good there by Shaheen.
So Shaheen's kick is no good on the PAT. It will stay 27-0 with 11:15 to go in the second quarter here. The Bulldogs scoring 4 touchdowns and in a commanding lead early on.
Hey, if you enjoy the games you see on BCTV, you can check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community Television on your Roku or soon Apple TV device. You can also watch via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen.
And these guys with BCTV, they got it together on the cutting edge here. I like it. You have Roku, Harry?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. You cut the cord? You cut the cable?
Yes, we did.
All right. Well, now you can enjoy BCTV on Roku.
I don't even live in Bedford.
Shaheen's kick here, a little short, will be received at the 20-yard line by the Panthers. Brought back to the left-hand side, out to the 30-yard line, and down around the 31.
Number 2,
Damian Perez.
He was the ball carrier. Picked up about 10 yards on that return.
Brought down by the Bulldogs in their territory.
So the Panthers in a bit of a hole. They're down 27-0.
They're on 31.
Lemire will bring the offense back out, see if they can muster some yardage and hopefully some points on their behalf. This dominant Bedford defense Again, setting the tone early. 2 big plays early on. A tackle for loss by Sheridan. A big stick right on an incomplete pass by Dylan Soden, and that has set the tone early. Sheridan with that scoop and score 21-yard fumble return too. The defense is even scoring points. Lemire in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off left side. Tackled right around the line of scrimmage, maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain.
Lee Hill, the ball carrier for Panthers.
I believe that's Alvin Pascual Rosario again, number 27.
Okay, thought it was 21. Sorry about that.
Pascual Rosario has been doing
correct.
most of the rushing duties in the backfield with Lemire. Play getting called in from the sideline. 4 down linemen here in a 2nd and 9. Down and distance for the Panthers. 2 backers. They're going to come. Lemire gets out to the left-hand side on the quarterback keeper. Gets ahead for maybe 3 yards. And will be tackled around the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Lemire just kind of feeling his way, trying to follow his blocks. Able to find a crease and able to make it into a positive play.
So 3rd and 6, we'll call it. It was marked closer to the 35-yard line. Yardage to gain is out to the 41. Lemire barks out some signals. One wide left, 1 wide right. Tight is right. He'll fake the handoff. He'll get out to the right-hand side. Almost picked off here again by Soden, getting a paw on it. Intended receiver was Jake O'Connor. And it is incomplete, so 4th and 6 for the Panthers.
And, you know, getting that paw on it, he tipped the ball up just enough for Evan Shabati to perhaps make a play on it.
That's a fun defensive drill in practice. We call that the tip drill, just throwing the ball, getting it popped up into the air, and usually good things happen for defenses when that ball gets tipped and banged up high in the air.
So the Panthers yet to generate a first down on these 4 possessions.
Punt here. Almost touched by Tagliaferro at the 37-yard line. It bounces ahead a little bit more down in Bedford territory to the 33-yard line, where the Bulldogs will come out of their own side.
Yeah, he got very close to that before deciding to let that one go.
He sure did.
You know, you can stream the TV side, but you can also do the radio as well. Bedford 105.1 streams online over apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, Radio Garden, and of course the Town of Bedford app. You can listen to us through that. And if you go to your Alexa device and say, Alexa, play Bedford 105.1, it'll play.
Now you have Roku. Do you have an Alexa?
I do too.
Oh my gosh. This is a technology man over here.
High-tech house, let me tell you.
Black back to the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks deep over the middle, delivers it long. Snow again just out of his reach. They have them open again. Snow had 2 or 3 yards on the defenders, and they just haven't been able to connect on that deep ball tonight.
Yeah, Black just needs to take a little bit off. He's gotten close a number of times, but just about a yard too far.
2nd and 10 on the incompletion on Bedford's own 33-yard line. I think they're going to hit one of those tonight.
Well, you know, they see something, and the man's open every time. It's just a matter of making the connection.
Trying to lull the defense to sleep, right? Making some under the short yardage plays, underneath plays, and then trying to hit the big one.
Well, the Bulldogs have been running with 3 and 4 receivers all night here.
Tagliaferro in motion, handed off to Sphere up the middle, and he gets caught behind the line of scrimmage, maybe at the line of scrimmage. It seems like they will give him forward progress to the 33, so 3rd and 10 after no gain.
A group of Panthers making that tackle right there. Number 58, Connor Kamal, was one of the first ones to the ball.
Colby Vancelette on the tackle as well. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Bedford holds a 27-0 lead. 3rd and 10 on their own 33-yard line. Two receivers to the right. McAuliffe tight right. One split left. Black in the gun. Looks down the middle of the field. Passes to McAuliffe,
almost
incomplete.
Intercepted, wasn't it? Oh.
And that ball bounced off the turf. It did end up in the Panthers' hands. That was number 10, Kyle Emmons. But it does hit the ground before it gets into his hands.
It did indeed.
So 4th and 10, the Bulldogs are forced to punt for only the second time tonight after their 3 and out during the first possession.
Only the second possession they've been stopped on offense.
Josh Attar back to punt.
And Kyle Emmons back for the Panthers.
Standing on his own 30-yard line is Emmons. Attar takes the snap, gets away a punt. It'll be a little bit short, bounces at the 40-yard line, but a great Bedford bounce as it now is trickling down near to the 20-yard line. And the Bedford players are waving it with their hands, hoping it travels a little farther, but they will down it just outside the 20-yard line in Panthers territory.
Trying to make a little breeze there.
I appreciate the effort by Nate Clark as he's maybe getting down and blowing on it, saying, go, go. But it will be down near the 20-yard line. The Panthers will take over.
Yeah, not getting any help from Mother Nature wind-wise. The flag is perfectly down on the flagpole. Absolutely no wind to speak of tonight.
Quite still, which is fortunate for the fans here, as it is a little bit cooler than it has been for past games. Of course, we're getting to the end of September. October dawns tomorrow. Lemire takes the gun, snap out of the gun, rolls to his right-hand side, finds a receiver in the flat, but it is outside and low, and they cannot complete it. It was intended for Joshua Tripp.
Yeah, and there's kind of Tripp was expecting a pass more to the middle or in front of him, and the pass went behind him. He wasn't able to adjust soon enough. At the catch he should have made, but it took some adjustment for the ball because it was behind him.
Honestly, it looked like Lemire had room to run there, too. Tripp was covered, and Lemire had a lot of space out in front of him. Pass complete here. This time to Keith O'Donnell out in the right flat. He's run out of bounds at the
26-yard line.
26-yard line.
We're going to give him 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up here.
Panthers going with a hurry-up offense here. They'll go with 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Lemire looks to the sideline. Again, tells his lineman what the play call is. Steps back into the gun. Takes the snap, looks right, out in the flat again. Oh, had Tripp, but he can't pull it down. He had first down yardage, and Tripp drops it. Incomplete pass. It'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, Tripp thinking about it a little too much because that was a catch that was straight on. It should have been made, and the Panthers have yet to make a first down. They would have had it if that catch was made.
They did not make the catch, and they are forced to punt.
This is a game that's had a lot of possessions so far. Bulldogs have had 6 already.
Take the snap, punt is away. A little bit of a knuckleballer, bounces on the Bedford 45 and gets away from Snow, out of bounds at the Bulldog 34-yard line where it will be marked, and the Bulldogs will take again possession with 7:22 to go in the first half and a 27-point lead.
You know, we need those guys in the striped shirts on the field. We're asking folks to consider becoming a high school sports official. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of games and teach and enforce the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. Learn more about becoming a high school sports official. Visit the NHIAA.org. NHIAA.org.
Black comes out, a 2 tight end set. First time we've seen this tonight for the Bulldogs in their own territory. Soden motion to the left-hand side. Handed off to Sphere up the middle. Nice job putting his hand down, and he has first down yardage out to the 46-yard line where he'll go down and move the sticks.
He would have gone down short of the stick, but his hand was like a third leg, was able to get next to 3-4 yards, enough for a first down.
See here on the replay again, just goes off the left guard, sneaks it right up the middle, and as you said, probably got an extra 4 or 5 yards just by using that right hand to propel himself forward. Ball is marked at the 45-yard line. First down, Bulldogs. Again, 2 tights for the Dogs. Soden is wing left. In motion is Snow. Black takes the snap, jet sweep left to Snow. Out, gets the edge, 10 yards. Out and about 14 yards, and he'll be tackled at the Panthers' 41-yard line. We have some flags laid here, 2 flags, as there were some extracurriculars going on back at about the 50-yard line. And some yellow hankies are down on the green turf. Referees will discuss it and sort it out. You could see it behind the play there on that replay. You could see the start of it as 2 players got tangled up, and looked like Sphere was involved with one of the Panthers players, and looks like there will be offsetting penalties. I'm not sure if it was after the play. It does look like it was after the play. So the Bulldogs will get first down yardage.
So the result is first down for the Bulldogs. 6:42 to go here in the first half. They lead 27-0.
Well, you see here on the replay, Snow takes the jet sweep. Sphere gets out, gets in a block there. You can see it to your right of your screen there. He got tangled up with number 10, Kyle Emmons. The ball was spotted at the 41-yard line at the end of the run, but it somehow ends up on the 44 here, where Black will have the gun. Fakes the handoff to Snow, and it goes to Russell out to the right side, meeting a couple of tacklers around the line of scrimmage. A spin move back to the inside and gets forward for maybe 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, Russell's showing some great patience there. Holding, just waiting and waiting for 6, Diego Cabrera, to make his move, and he was able to step aside and gain an extra 3 yards on that play because of that patience.
So they'll call it a 5-yard gain there, down to the 39-yard line, where it would be 2nd and 5. 6:24 to go, first half. Russell stepped out of bounds, so the clock did stop. 27-0 is your score as the Bulldogs hold a sizable lead here in the first half. Black in the gun, 2 tights. Soden wing left, Snow split right. Soden motions to the right side. Hand off to Russell, right up the middle. Finds a seam, gets out to his left, and a great tackle there, which saved a huge gain. But the Bulldogs will have a first down. That was Hayden Leone on the tackle.
Yeah, he was on the ground, and he was able to trip up Leisure, and he kind of hit the ground in frustration because he knew he had another 10 yards to go.
Good patience here by Russell. You see on the replay, hits it right up the middle, finds that seam, gets out to about 6 or 7 yards, tries to cut back out to the left, and then that just ankle tackle by Leone prevented a huge gain. Black now to the line of scrimmage again. 2 tights. Snow split left. Soden is wing right. Snow goes in motion. Fakes the handoff. We'll have Black go right up the middle. He's on the quarterback keep and gets ahead for a big gainer right up the middle. Looks like about a 15 or 16-yard gain down to the Panthers' 14-yard line.
Yeah, Black also showing some patience to let the play develop, and then finds the seam and slips right through it. Makes the fake to Snow.
Good block by Russell right there at the line of scrimmage. Turned his defender to the outside. And of course, the entire offensive line engaging and staying engaged to create that lane for Black. 2 tights again, which they have kept this entire drive. Black in the gun. Soden offset right. Sphere will take the handoff, go right up the middle, and drag a tackler ahead for maybe a 5 or 6 yard gain. Down to the 7-yard line, it looks like.
Alvin Pascual Rosario, along with Hayden Leone, the tackles on that play.
It'll be 2nd and 3 after that run by Sphere. Black back into the huddle. The offense has looked sharp tonight, Harry.
they're firing on all cylinders, and they're doing it different ways. You know, they were going to the air a lot, and now they got the two tights in there, and they've been keeping it on the ground, picking up big chunks of yards each time.
Working on different approaches, as you mentioned, mostly on the ground for this possession. Soden motions, stops over the left guard. Russell looks to go over the right guard. A big pile up right there at the 7-yard line. Seems like the entire Panthers team was in on that tackle.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he picked up anything there. Panthers ready on that play.
4 minutes and ticking in the first half. 27-0 is your score. The Bedford's offense has looked fantastic this evening, also getting a contribution from their defense on Sheridan's scoop and score in the first quarter. 3rd and 3. Black back to the line of scrimmage. Two tights. Snow split left. They go in motion to the right-hand side. Jet sweep to the right-hand side to Snow. He has first down yardage and close to the end zone, but is shy. Will be tackled on the 1-yard line.
They will mark him at the 1. He fell just short of the goal line. However, he does get the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 1.
Well, they have 2 bowling balls to choose from. Both great north-south runners in both Russell and Sphere. Black trots back to the huddle. Just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. It will be Sphere behind Black. 1st and goal from the 1 for the Bulldogs. Soden is offset right. Black takes the snap, gives it to Sphere. He bounces it out to the right-hand side. There is a face mask on the play, but it's not going to matter as Sphere gets ahead into the end zone for another Bulldogs touchdown.
That's his 3rd touchdown, and another 1-yard plunge for Sphere with 2:48 to play here in the second quarter.
I'm not sure how many people play high school fantasy football, but if you had Sphere on your team, you're doing quite well tonight.
So now we'll see if Coach Zach Matthews decides to go for 2 to make it an even 35. Or what are they calling here? Have they given him the touchdown?
The touchdown is good.
Touchdown.
Personal foul, face mask on the Panthers, and it will be enforced on the kickoff, is what I believe the official is telling us.
Oh, I'm sure they wouldn't mind half the distance on a 2-point conversion play. And Black is out there, so it does look like they're going to go for 2 here.
The Bulldogs do huddle up. Black is out there, as you mentioned. Centered in the middle for this 2-point try. Looks like Russell in the backfield. With Black, 2 tight set. Soden wing right. Colby Snow split to left. He goes in motion. Fake the sweep to Snow. He looks left. Has Carl McAuliffe in the back of the end zone, but overthrown. And the 2-point try is no good. There is a foul on the play here, though. Flag is down. Looks like there's going to be roughing the passer.
So they'll get another chance here, half the distance to the goal.
And it is roughing the passer, so they will get another chance at this 2-point conversion. 33-0, looking for that extra 2. After Logan Spears' second 1-yard touchdown of the evening. Of course, he scored a 9-yard touchdown in the first quarter. Black trots back to the huddle. He'll call out the play. It will be 2-point try from the 1.5-yard line.
We'll see if they keep this one on the ground.
2 tight ends set. McAuliffe and Sheridan. Black in the backfield, has Sphere behind him. Handoff to Sphere off the left-hand side, and he's in for 2 points. The score will be pushed out to 35-0, 2:48 to go in the first half. And the Bulldogs, again, in a commanding lead. We've seen the Bulldogs rely on their normal slot and split sets. This time, with this entire offensive series, they went with 2 tight ends and for the most part kept the ball on the ground with a lot of success.
Yeah, that attempt for the 2-pointer that sailed over McCall's head was the only pass on that possession.
Now,
you're listening to WBNH-LP Bedford 105.1. You're also watching BCTV channels 10, 72, and 23. And you're also watching Nashua channel ETV 99.
Sitting there? No. Oh, this way?
So that personal foul on the touchdown is being enforced here on the kickoff. The Bulldogs will kick off from the 45-yard line. That's quite a penalty, as Shaheen will kick off on the Panthers' 45, not their own 45. 15-yard penalty. Shaheen squibs it to the right-hand side. It bounces at the 10. It gets bobbled by O'Donnell. He picks it up at the 2-yard line, runs right out to his right-hand side, and he gets caught at the 3-yard line. Very challenging yardage and field position here for the Panthers. Caught down around the 3-yard line by the Bedford special teams after that bobble around the 10-yard line. O'Donnell tried to get ahead and forward, but had 2 tacklers right there, and they'll mark him at the 3-yard line. 2:42 to go in the first. 35-0 is your score after Sphere's 1-yard touchdown run and then successful 2-point conversion. Panthers break the huddle. Lemire in the gun. Pasquale Rosario to his right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. They take the snap, hand it off to Pasquale Rosario. He gets met right at the line of scrimmage, maybe behind it. Looks like they're marking him down at about the line of scrimmage, so no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
We've got a score from the other Nashua football game. Nashua North takes a 21-0 lead over Goffstown with 6:24 left in the first quarter.
Astros lead 14-0 in the first quarter.
We hear the Pinkerton Astros are ahead 14-0 against Salem. Early in that game, Lemire takes the snap, gets out to the right side, has some room, cuts back to the left, and Sutton, coming back from his defensive line position, will make the tackle out at the 20-yard line. And the Panthers move the sticks. I believe that's their first down of the evening.
It is indeed, and that 17-yard gain is their biggest play of the game. And an update on that Nashua North score. Actually, the one I read you was from the first. They're in the second quarter. It's 49-0 Nashua North over Goffstown.
Whoa. Lemire takes the snap, gets out to the left side. Flag is thrown. We're going to have an offensive hold. So that completion to Nathan Smith is going to come back, as one of the defensive linemen was getting held. I believe that was Jake Ben getting held as he pursued Lemire in the backfield.
And yet another update here. North runs the kickoff after a Goffstown touchdown. North is up 64-7 at the half.
Wow, 64-7. That is a lot of points.
Yeah, North's not fooling around. And this Bedford team, of course, kept them to just 1 offensive touchdown at the season opening loss 19-7.
Of course, that controversial fumble/interception was a big chunk of that, and 2 field goals by their kicker. Lemire takes the snap here again, runs out, gets it out to about the 7-yard line where he'll be tackled. Ball popped out, but it was after he was called down. Poltrineri jumped on the fumble, but it wasn't quite a fumble. Looked like it will be 3rd and maybe 20 or so. We have a timeout by the Bulldogs. 1:12 to go here in the first half. Bedford leads 35-0. Panthers coming out of their own end in a bit of trouble here.
Stick around at halftime. We're going to have the Bedford band performing for your pleasure.
The band and color guard will be performing their halftime show. Hopefully they have some excitement on the field. They'll be joined by, maybe joined by their middle school counterparts who are here tonight helping out with the band, or excuse me, the stand tunes. Crowd is filled in nicely here. Again, it's homecoming this evening. Bedford students decked out all in white.
I should mention, too, we have the cheerleaders from Nashua South in their purple jerseys and silver pom-poms.
Appreciate playing host to the Panthers cheer squad.
No doubt some Nashua fans made the trip up the Everett Turnpike. Glad to have them here.
Looks like the middle school musicians will stay in the stands for the halftime show, probably not able to learn the march. Lemire takes the snap, goes to his right side, his third carry in as many plays, and he'll be chased out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by number 6, Kobe Snow.
And it will be third and about 20.
3rd and 25, the official count. Have them out at the 8-yard line.
Three receivers left for Lemire. Pasquale Rosario in the backfield with Lemire. Tight end Jake O'Connor will go to the right side. And Lemire calls out the signals. He's in the gun. Takes the snap.
The blitz.
Looks over to the right side. 2 Bedford Bulldogs are there, and it's an interception. Poltrinari comes down with it. Tipped by Snow, and Poltrinari comes up with the pick. He returns it to the Panthers' 13, maybe 12-yard line. And it looked like a miscommunication, as there were 2 Bulldogs in the area, and the receiver had run away from it.
Nate Clark was coming in on the blitz and hit Lemire right as he threw the ball.
Poltrinari comes away with the interception and sets up the Bulldogs offense to go up even more with only 1 minute to go here in the first half. So the Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Russell in the backfield with Black, takes the snap, rolls to his right-hand side, delivers over the middle. McAuliffe has the ball, receives at the 1-yard line again, and we're going to have 1st and goal from the 1 again.
Yeah, McAuliffe was straddling that goal line, went up high to catch that ball, but couldn't escape the grip of Hayden Leone.
2 tacklers there. Damian Perez in on that tackle as well, and it usually takes more than 1 to pull down the big tight end. Black back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Russell takes the handoff. He's met it right in the backfield. It looked like he tumbled into the end zone, but
they're gonna say he got
before
stopped.
He's ruled down on the 1-inch line.
Clock is running here, just 30 seconds left. We'll see if Bedford calls a timeout. They've got 1 to go here. I would think they would call a timeout shortly because they're going to run out of time here.
The substitutions run off the field. 2 tight set. Sphere in the backfield with Black. 10 seconds to go. Clock is running. Soden is offset left. Handoff to Sphere up the middle, and he has his 4th touchdown of the game on a 1-yard plunge, putting the Bulldogs up 41-0 with 2 seconds to go in the first half. So Sphere again pounds it up the middle and gets his 3rd 1-yard touchdown in a row.
Yeah, really.
Set up again, of course, by his teammates. I mean, he's finishing off these drives, but here it was Cal McAuliffe on that reception. Kobe Snow had a great catch down on the 1-yard line as well.
Another 2-point try here by the Bulldogs.
Sphere is the one punching him in. Sphere will take the handoff here on the 2-point conversion, runs it up off the left-hand side, waiting for the signal. He's down, and they're going to say no. He was tackled just before the goal line. So 2-point conversion is no good. And it will remain 41-0 with 2.8 seconds to go here in the first half.
And that means we will have run time, assuming that the Panthers don't score it all in the second half. We've got another updated score here. Exeter with a 13-7 lead over Timberlane at the half. Nashua TV letting us know that we're on their alternate channel, as they've got the Nashua North game on their main channel today. Either way, we're happy to have Nashua fans viewing the game with us here.
Campbell and Timberlane are tied at 8 after the first quarter. Memorial 7, Spalding 6 after the first quarter in their tilt. And Pinkerton leads Salem 14-0 after the first for them. Squib kick here will be received and kneeled. Down by Nathan Smith at the 36-yard line. There's still 1.1 seconds to go here in the first half.
We'll see what the Panthers do here. I don't know how much of an arm Lemire has.
I mean, that's NFL quarterback arm right there if you're hoping to get anywhere near the end zone. I'm not sure I've seen that out of Lemire. Athletic kid, but I'm not sure he's chucking at 60 yards. 1.1 to go here. 41-0 is your score. The Bedford Bulldogs lead as we are just before halftime. Lemire in the gun. Checks his shoulders. Bedford defensive backs backing way up. Pasquale Rosario takes the handoff, gets out to the right side, and he'll go out of bounds at the 50-yard line. But that'll do it for the first half of action here. Again, the Bulldogs have a 41-0 lead. We will take a break. Please enjoy the Bedford Marching Band and Color Guard as they perform their halftime show, and we'll rejoin you for second half action. 41-0 is your score as the teams assemble after halftime. Logan Sphere had quite the first half, 4 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion.
Was that 21-0 Concord over Rutland, Vermont? 6. Thank you. 21-6. Another interstate contest here. The Crimson Tide.
So we will see running time here in the second half. And similar to last week, I imagine some of the younger players on the Bulldogs team will be able to get some playing time this evening. I do see Jack May warming up, Bulldogs backup quarterback. And perhaps we see the starters for one series and then those substitutions begin.
We're going to see probably more of Sam Sargento, and I didn't realize he's a freshman. He made quite an impression last week.
He sure did. Kick is away. O'Donnell will take it for the Panthers. Gets it out to the 30-yard line, up out to the 33-yard line, and he's tackled there. And the Panthers will be on the offense to start the third quarter.
So a good start there for the Panthers, trying to get something going here, although they find themselves down by 6 touchdowns.
Looks like most of the starters are still in there on the defensive side for this first defensive series. As Lemire brings the Panthers to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Handoff up the middle. That's Pasquale Rosario, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and maybe even before then. We'll call it no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he ran into a wall, led by Parker Bromley for the tackle. Loss of at least a yard on that play.
Bromley and Sheridan in on the play. Jake Ben as well. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Lemire in the gun. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. He takes the snap from the gun, looks to the right, scrambles to the right. He's being chased there by Sheridan. He throws it up and out of bounds. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, just getting rid of the ball in that play.
Good coverage near side by Joel Poltrinari as he was chasing down big number 44, Antonio Martinez.
Lemire had a pretty good amount of time to find an open receiver, but couldn't because the Bedford defense had everybody covered, locked down.
That is absolutely correct. Great coverage there by the defensive backfield. Corners and safeties alike. Lemire, 4 wide receiver set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Pasquale Rosario is in the backfield with Lemire. He shifts to the left-hand side. Lemire takes the snap. Looks over the middle. Delivers. Picked off by Colby Snow right at the 50-yard line. His momentum takes him back into Bedford territory, but great job extending out, hands away from the body, and coming down with that interception is Colby Snow.
Great read there. Another turnover, second interception of the night here for the Bulldogs. And they're going to take over on their own 48-yard line. Clock is running. We're down to about 9:10 remaining in the third quarter. 41-0 is your score. Bulldogs on top.
Great example of the athleticism there by Snow. He really extended high, got off the ground. I'm not going to venture to guess about his vertical leap, but he was in the air for a good amount of time and snagged that right out of the air with his 2 hands.
And now we've got new quarterback out there.
It looks like Jack May is trotting onto the field. Sargento is out there as well.
Jack Rizzo is out there.
Rizzo's going to get some time in the backfield as well. So May in the gun. 2 backs on either side. Sargento will take the handoff, runs to the left-hand side, runs through 2 tackles, gets back to the line of scrimmage, delivers a blow at the Panthers' 48-yard line where he's chased out of bounds.
And that's a freshman.
That is a freshman. And he's running a lot like his older teammates. We do have a flag on the Bedford 44-yard line. So it is holding on Bedford, and that run will come back. You see on the replay here, Sargento cutting through 2 tacklers, getting around the side, covering that football, and then delivering a blow on that tackle.
No,
it all comes back, though, as it was a holding call. And a 10-yard spot foul that did occur behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 1st and 22 or so.
Yeah, it wiped out a pretty good run there for Sargento.
It sure did. Oh, geez, almost first and 25.
You don't see freshmen with the balance and the strength to fend off a hit like that. They took a couple of blows in the backfield. He was able to stay on his feet and keep going forward.
Agreed. Sam Sargento is an impressive freshman. Black in the gun. Excuse me, that's May in the gun. He'll turn and hand it off. Off the right-hand side, tackle for little game is Noah Casamassino. Maybe even, did he get back to the line of scrimmage there? I think they're going to give him, maybe a 1-yard loss on the play. So 2nd and 26 or so. As the Bulldogs really hurt themselves on that holding penalty behind the line of scrimmage on 1st down.
We'll see if May airs it out here. He'll need 2 passing plays to try to make up that long gain at 26 yards for a first. Only 1 receiver out there, though.
May is joined in the backfield by 2 backs, 1 receiver near side. We also have wing left. Handed off, Sargento. He's going to come to the left-hand side and break a few tackles. Drags a tackler for a 5-yard gain after the initial contact. He'll get out to the Bedford 39-yard line will be the spot, and it will be about 3rd and 20. Really could have been a lot longer than that, but Sargento broke a few tackles there early in that run. And like I said, dragged a tackler with his left ankle.
Yeah, he's showing a surprising amount of strength for a freshman running back.
So 3rd and 20 on their own 39.
They're going to send out 4 receivers.
2 receivers right, 1 left.
And a tight end.
Tight left. May in the gun. Massimacino to his right. May takes the snap, rolls right. In the flat, he has his man. It's caught. And ahead for maybe an 8 or 9 yard gain. That's Dean Pulcinari, number 28, out there in the right flat. And that'll be 4th and about 12. And the punt team trots on as Coach Matthews doesn't want to mess around with this early here in the second half.
6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 41-0. We are in run time.
Josh Attar back for the punting duties. Looks like we have Damian Perez back to receive for the Panthers. Snap is back. It's a little low. Attar picks it up. No, not too much of a problem. Low liner down the left-hand side. It bounces around the 30-yard line. Perez stays away, and a positive roll down to the 19-yard line, where the Panthers will take over from their own 19.
Congratulations to Bedford girls volleyball, still undefeated. 3-1 win over Londonderry yesterday. Only losing 2 matches out of all the games they've played so far. Their next contest is coming up on October 3rd at Salem.
As far as I remember, they won the state championship last year and didn't lose a set all year.
I believe that was the case, yeah.
Impressive run.
Perfection upon perfection.
Panthers are out. Lemire in the backfield. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Pascual Rosario to Lemire's left. Motion man takes the handoff. He'll cut it up and get stuck at the line of scrimmage. That's Kyle Emmons on the carry. And he gets maybe a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. Clock continues to tick. Fans are a little pacified by this large margin of the lead right now.
People trying to stay warm, I'm sure. It is getting chilly out there.
Sure is, but the fact that there isn't any wind is certainly helping them. Lemire takes the snap, looks left, throws left, has his man, it's caught. Scampering ahead at Samson Akoti near the first down yardage marker, but he might be a little short. It looks like they're going to mark him down at the 28-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Only 1 first down for these Panthers.
That was on the scramble by Lemire in the first half. About a 20-yard gain for Lemire, but otherwise limited success for the Panthers offense. So 3rd and 2, Lemire in the gun, 2 tight set. Takes the snap, hands it off, and caught in the backfield is Pascual Rosario. That was Jake Sheff knifing through the offensive line, and he'll get a tackle for loss there, and it'll be 4th down for the Panthers.
So at this point, do you punt? They are going into punt formation here. I would think they would go for it, but
I mean, it's their own 25-yard line. You're going to be in trouble if you don't get it. Players are scrambling on both sides of the ball. The punt is away, though. It bounces at the Bedford 46-yard line. Tagliaferro can't field it, and it is touched at the Bedford 38-yard line, where the Bulldogs will take over.
And one of the players inadvertently kicked the ball down the field.
I think he whacked it. He reached down with his big left hand, and Matthew Harding wanted that ball to get a little bit farther down the field, but it is ruled down at the 38. And Jack May will bring the offense back onto the field. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 41-0 is still your score. The Bedford Bulldogs hold a commanding lead over the Nashua Panthers. Nashua South Panthers.
Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 8 a.m., if you want to get up to Enfield to Muskoma Lake, the NHIAA Bass Fishing Championship. Bedford is one of 11 finalists taking part.
Good luck to the anglers. Jack May in the gun. One receiver right, one receiver left, but it is handed off right up the middle. That's Casamasino off the right tackle. He gets ahead for an 11-yard gain out to the Bedford 49-yard line. Found some room right up the middle there. Looked like he was inside right tackle, not quite off the guard, so splitting the two of them and found some room to get that ball ahead and first down yardage. Bedford
Under a minute to go here.
The Bedford band is filtering back in. We'll probably enjoy some stand tunes here in a minute. Jack May in the gun again. One receiver right, one receiver left. Snap was a bit high. Casamassino goes off the left side this time. A punishing run as he runs over one of the tacklers, a defensive back at about the Panthers' 37-yard line. He's down at the 32 for about a 15-yard gain. Great run there by Casamassino.
Yeah, these younger players, these bench players getting their moment here on the field. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. I believe we'll just let that run out.
And I love how Casamassino is getting his shoulders down, and similar to both Russell and Sphere, he's punishing those tacklers. Good physical runner. May takes the snap again, but he does not get it off in time.
No, time ran out.
As the third quarter expires here. We'll go to the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs ahead 41-0 and moving the ball on offense in Panthers territory at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looking for where you can go to find upcoming Bedford Bulldog games? BCTV is a proud member of the New Hampshire Coalition for Community Media, which offers New Hampshire high school sports broadcast schedule listing games from all across the state. Our peers from communities may be covering your away games live on their channels and live streams. So find Bedford Bulldog game coverage and more at www.nhccm.org/network.
Exeter has gone back ahead of Timberlane 16-14, but the Owls are driving here, looking to change the tide again. That is being played down at Timberlane. It's 10 minutes to go in the game, and a tight one for Exeter and Timberlane.
And don't forget that we will be in Exeter next Friday, 7 o'clock for that contest, the Bulldogs and the Blue Hawks. Should be a good one. Fourth quarter about to begin. Still in run time.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. On the Nashua South 32-yard line. May takes the snap, hands it off to Sargento. He goes out to the right side, sees a lot of room and more to run. He's down to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Sam Sargento. Saw a lot of room around that right side. Got a couple of key blocks. Didn't really get touched. Nice stiff arm there at the 10-yard line to push away the last tackler, Samson Akodi. And the Bulldogs go up 47-0 on the first play from scrimmage in the fourth quarter.
32-yard run there. Sargento really making a case that he should see a little more time here with the varsity. We're going to go back to the kick here for the extra point with Waleed Shaheen.
Snap is back. Hold is down by Sabati. Kick is up, and it is good. So PAT is good. 48-0 is your score after Sargento's 32-yard touchdown run on the first play from scrimmage here in the fourth quarter. See on the replay, Sabati takes the snap. Pretty smooth operation that time around, and Shaheen's kick, although not tremendously high, was perfectly straight and through the uprights.
It's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. Just go to www.wbnh.bedfordnh.org. You'll find a stream link there. We're also on apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, Radio Garden, and the Town of Bedford app. And you can tell Alexa to play Bedford 105.1, and it will. She loves us.
Now, are you demanding with your Alexa, or you say, Alexa, play WBNH?
No, you got a sweet talker.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right, you have to be nice.
Alexa, darling.
Use
please.
a kind tone. Okay,
have a moment. Can you put the Bedford 105.1 on?
Waleed Shaheen's kickoff bounces at the 17-yard line. Fielded there by Keith O'Donnell. He gets it out to the 34-yard line, we'll call it, maybe the 33. The Panthers will resume their possession. 33-yard line is the mark. So the Panthers take over now. 11 minutes and running for the Bulldogs.
Dover and Portsmouth at the half clip the Green Wave with a 7-0 lead.
We appreciate the support from the BC TV crew, the rest of us up here in the press box, everybody giving us scores from around Division I and Division II football. It's very helpful for us to get these little bits of information out. Panthers short a few players. We're going to have 3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Lemire's a little bit confused. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Pasquale Rosario. He's hit almost exactly when he received that handoff, and will be taken down in the backfield. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Yeah, after all those late arrivals, just turned out to be handoff up the middle, and Bedford was expecting it. Really just barely a yard, if that.
So 1 yard loss, we'll call it, 2nd and 11. Just under 10 to go in the game. Panthers have yet to put points on the board. Their offense has struggled a bit. A couple of interceptions, a fumble, several punts. Lemire takes the snap, hands it off out to the wide side of the field. Carry on the play. They'll get ahead for maybe a 5 or 6 yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Not to pick any nits, but Nashua was in motion early on that play. Just a split second.
I saw that as well. That was Jarek Pacheco on the carry. Looked like they had 2 men in motion at the snap, but again, at 48-0, I'm actually kind of glad the referees aren't throwing a flag on that play. New quarterback, looks like Andrew McKay is in there for the Panthers. Apologies if we didn't catch that earlier. McKay hands it off this time.
Damian Perez.
Little to no gain for Perez. Number 2, as he's jammed up right there, yeah, at the 39-yard line.
Kind of an odd path to take to the quarterback. And it's 4th down. And we'll see what they do here. If they punt, yeah, they're going to punt.
Punt team trots on to the field. 4th and 5. 8.5 to go in the game.
Bit of confusion here.
Josh Attar will go back and receive for the Bulldogs. Snap is back, caught at about shoulder level. Punt is away, and it's a nice one. Attar catches up with it. Can't quite corral it, though. He bobbles it, picks it up, and is going to be tackled at the 16-yard line after a solid punt there. I believe that was Lemire doing the punting duties.
Yeah, and number 11, Nathan Smith ragdolling Attar.
Bulldogs offense goes back onto the field. Last possession resulted in a 32-yard touchdown run by Sam Sargento, an impressive play by the freshman. As he showed speed to the outside and a little strength at the end with a stiff arm at the 10-yard line before scampering into the end zone. Jack May running back on either side of him. He'll take the snap, bobbled there a little bit, finds its way into his backs.
Here we go.
Hands down the right-hand side. A great run by Lennox Williams. Gets out and over midfield line into Panthers territory and out of bounds at the Panthers 47-yard line.
Yeah, he was hoping to deke those 2 pursuers, but they weren't buying it, and he more or less gave himself up at that 47-yard line.
You didn't quite see it there on the replay, but that snap back to Jack May was bobbled by him and really just fell in Lennox Williams' hands. Lucky for the Bedford Bulldogs on that one. And now they'll go back to the line of scrimmage. May in the gun. He's joined by Casamassino in the backfield. He'll turn and hand it off to Casamassino off the left side. And Casamassino ahead for great yardage, 20 yards, and he's still stumbling.
Wow, he's just dragging Panthers with him.
shows some great balance, spun out of a few tacklers' arm tackles, and finally brought to the ground at the 22-yard line.
That was almost a 30-yard carry.
Casamassino again showing some great strength and balance. So first down, Bulldogs at the Panthers' 22-yard line. 48-0 is your score. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. May in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to the right side this time. Casamassino again, a big hole. That offensive line is pushing the Panthers back from the line of scrimmage on every snap now.
Yeah, we don't know if those are backup linemen out there.
I would believe that they're substituting in anywhere possible.
I know Gus Forgy, number 77, he's a sophomore. He's out there. As is Cam Westcott, a junior.
It'll be 2nd and 1 for the offense. Heading in as Coach Matthews tries to get some of his younger players on the field, I would imagine up and down the offense.
Why not? This is a perfect time to get him some experience.
May in the gun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He'll keep it right up the middle and get tackled out about the 10-yard line. First down for the Bulldogs.
It was a bit of a high snap. I think it might have been a handoff, but he pulled it in and just decided to carry it himself because of the high snap.
Sure was. He's been thrown off a couple times. Again, we saw a couple plays before. Lennox Williams benefited from that ball popping right into his hands. May trots into the huddle after getting the play from the sideline. Just about 4 minutes to go in the game. 48-0 is your score. Bulldogs hold a commanding lead over Nashua South.
First and goal now from the 10-yard line.
Nolan Arnold swaps sides. He'll be split to the left-hand side. Near side is Lennox Williams. May takes the snap. Looks like Casamassino got a little bit of a head start. They won't call anything. And he is tackled at the 4-yard line. Well, they spotted at the 5, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. They backed it up after the initial spot. I thought they were going to put it down on the 4, but they took a yard away from Casamassino. I'm sure he's going to be a little bit upset about some of those incentives in his contract.
Yeah, you're right. The officials are being a little more lenient at this stage of the game. 3 minutes left, run time. Clock would stop on a penalty flag, so
looks like
unless it's something egregious, they're not going to call it.
Absolutely. It did look like Casamassino had a forward lean there. It looks like they were running the clock down. Coach Matthews is going to take a timeout in order to not get a delay of game. The entire offense will trot to the side and huddle up around Coach Matthews to figure out how to get this ball into the end zone maybe one more time. 2:55 to go in the game. The Bulldogs are ahead 48-0.
Let's check on that Exeter contest. Timberlane back on top, 20-16, 5:46 to play in the fourth quarter on that game. Thanks to Friday Night Lights for that information. And that is the team we're going to be facing next Friday, the Exeter Bluehawks, who may have a second loss on their record if this game holds up.
They're in a battle here. Looks like the replay is showing that the Bluehawks have scored a touchdown here, so it might be tied. Oh no, it's 20-16 is the score. Extra point. Looks like it's good, so it'll be 20-17 with 5:46 to go in that game.
So we'll have that call for you from Ball Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff. You'll make that game, right?
See what we can do. Oh, actually, that was not an updated score. It is Exeter 23, Timberlane 20.
Oh, okay. Graphics took a while to catch up there, so
that was a touchdown to go ahead. And the Bluehawks have a 3-point lead over Timberlane.
But Timberlane's got 5:46 to make that deficit up.
We have a penalty here on the Bulldogs, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line as they're marched back 5 yards. sorry, that is not a penalty. They took a knee there. Victory formation.
Coach Matthews deciding enough is enough. No need to run the score up any more than it is.
Makes sense to me. Again, those contract incentives might be hurt for Jack May's statistics as he's taking a 5-yard loss on each of these plays. Now it'll be 4th and goal from the 15. That clock continues to run. 2 minutes to go in the game.
While we got time here, let's give you a full scoring recap. In the first quarter, the 7:50 mark, it was a 42-yard touchdown run by number 8, Dominic Taliaferro. Then just a few seconds later, a 21-yard scoop and score.
That was Kevin Sheridan on the defensive side.
Made it 14-0. Then at 3:21 of the first quarter, a 9-yard run by Logan Sphere, his first of many touchdowns tonight. That made it 21-0. Second quarter, 11:15 mark, 1-yard touchdown by Sphere. Extra point no good, 27-0. 2:48 of the second quarter, 1-yard touchdown plunge again by Sphere. 2-point conversion good, 35-0. Then second quarter, right before the half ended, at the 2-second mark, another 1-yard touchdown plunge by Sphere. Extra point no good, 41-0 is where the half was. And then in the first play of the fourth quarter, a 32-yard run by
Sam Sargento,
right, and that made it 48-0, which is where we are right now with a minute to go, and the clock is running.
Turnover on downs here by the Bulldogs as they took a knee, a few plays in a row. Ball spotted at the 20-yard line for the Panthers. They'll bring their offense back to the field. Andrew McKay will get maybe 1 or 2 plays off here. Takes the snap, hands it off. Coming near sideline, off the left-hand side, that's Damian Perez getting ahead for first down yardage out to the 32-yard line. Take a chance to say thank you and acknowledge the BC TV crew. Andrew Fenn on camera, Dale Bird back in the studio on replay. Appreciate the support from the fellas in making this production a smooth-running process.
We do it all for the fans. Thank you, fans. Thank you, viewers, for watching us, including the ones in Nashua tonight.
And that'll just about do it as Perez takes it off tackle left-hand side, 2 and 1. Game over. The Bulldogs come out of homecoming with a 48-0 win.
And their third shutout of the year.
Third shutout of the year, and they have their defense again running on all cylinders. We will join you again next week from Exeter. Quick score update for them. They are leading Timberlane 23-20 with just under 5 minutes to go in that game. But from Bedford High School, we appreciate everybody tuning in on BCTV and WBNH. I'm Corey Munster-Tiger for Harry Kozlowski. Have a great night.